Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. Time for Game 2 of the regular season between the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners. It's Mariners baseball, and it's next. James Pazos, the lefty from Arizona, gets the ball. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, this guy lives and dies with one pitch, and that's that powerhouse sinker. Guys often relate it to like trying to hit a bowling ball. When it's good, it's usually at the knees and below, and he's really easy to figure out if he's going to be on. If in the first inning you see a steady diet of ground balls and keeping his infielders involved, there's a pretty good chance he's going to have a rock-solid game.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And we are now underway from Seattle as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. The 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Coming in is Haniger. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Batting second here tonight, the left fielder, number 23, Matt Joyce.
Next up for the A's, Matt Joyce, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Late that time for a strike. Joyce, 33 years old. This is his first year at the big league level. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are two away now.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. The 0-1 pitch. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. The 1-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
Bounce to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. A's nothing. M's coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Daniel Gossett, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Mariners, center fielder, D. Gordon.
First delivery to him on the way. Lifted the other way to left center. Powell's on his horse. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they wanted to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
Gene Segura standing in, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Segura takes his swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leak with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff.
Ready with the 1-1. Base hit, line drive into the corner.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Robinson, Cano.
Coming to the plate now, Robinson Cano, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
I heard so many pitchers in my career in the dugout talk about you're only 1 pitch away from getting out of a nasty situation. This is perfect right here. A strikeout or a double play, and he can get right back in control of this inning.
Cano waiting on the 0-1. Line toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, and they're runners at the corners now. He's set, and the pitch. Grounded to third. Chapman's got it. Lowry relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First offering on its way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Here it comes, 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving over is Ichiro, and he's got it for out number 1.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Striding in for Oakland, Matt Olson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he takes a pitch right down the middle. Sliders in for a strike.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
Batting sixth, right fielder.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here's the first pitch to him. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. the 1-0. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
That gets down, and the inning continues.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he rips it on the ground to second. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. The A's strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in now for the Mariners, Kyle Seager, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Kyle Seager.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Ambush tactics right there, but he didn't try and do too much. He stayed in there and just drove it back up the middle.
Dan Vogelbach is next. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Piscotty going back. And this one is gone. A home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, and the Mariners move out in front 2-0.
Yeah, he had the right idea trying to bust him inside, but that pitch caught too much of the plate, and he took it deep for a two-run homer. That was a nice swing of the bat.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Powell's under it. One down.
Batting eighth, left fielder Ichiro.
So the base is empty here with one away, and in steps the dangerous Ichiro. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This one's flared toward left center. Joyce coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Batting ninth, Catherine.
Now at the plate, Mike Margima. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Here comes the first pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Look to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. Nice recovery play to get the second out, but we'll have to make sure he's okay on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Digging in to try it again, D. Gordon. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
Swing and a liner. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here, as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
Into the box now, Gene Segura. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Grounded down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Striding into the box, Jonathan Lucroy, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Fly ball right down the line in left. Suzuki is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, center fielder number 3, Powell.
So digging in now, Boog Powell. First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Ready for another chance? Marcus Semien flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's another 0-2, and this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball 1. The 1-2 is in there, a called strike 3. A's are gone in order. They trail it here 2-0. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive, base hit to right.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mitch Haniger. From the stretch, drilled to the left side, and that's through for a hit.
Sometimes you got to pull out the ambush tactic. You don't know what the best pitch is going to be. 0-0 right there. Get me a knock through the left side.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. And there's a base hit on the line. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
In now, Dan Vogelback, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. 0-1 pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Powell is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. The relay throw, and they get the double play at third. On to second, they got him, a triple play. So no runs here on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. Seattle leads this one 2-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Joyce. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning. This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one, and one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
But there is the second baseman, Cano, for the first out. Here's Jed Lowry now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here it comes. Flares this one over toward first. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Number 2, Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Davis connects and sends it to deep left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the A's are on the board now. It's a 2-1 ball game.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Popped him up. And Seager will put this one away to retire the side. But the A's inch a bit closer thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's 1. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Swung on and belted to left by Healy. This one is carrying well. And it's gone. It's a solo home run for Ryan Healy. First home run of the campaign for him. And it gives the Mariners a 3-1 lead.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Here's Ichiro now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Hit in the air to center field. Semien ranging into the outfield. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Striding in once again, Mike Margema. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. 0-1 pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
Here's D. Gordon now. Softly hit out to short. In there, a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Gene Segura standing in. Swing and a line drive to left. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. The tag is there by Lucroy, and they got him at the plate. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Digging in and looking for more, Robinson Cano. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Cano waits on the first pitch. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. 1 for the Mariners, and it comes on this solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 3-1 Mariners. Into the box now, Stephen Piscotty. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Good looking sinker on the inside corner. Now the 0-2 pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Heading out toward shallow right. Henniger is over. 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Standing in, Matt Chapman. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Way out in front.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon over to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Oakland, catcher, Jonathan.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike 1.
2 quick outs in this inning so far, and his pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
The pitch. Tapped down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the A's. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Third baseman number 15, Kyle Seager.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch on its way. Turned on down the line. And this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
Dan Vogelbach is next. Hot shot towards the hole, and that's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Stepping in now, Ryan Healy. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get. And boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
Standing in now, Ichiro Suzuki, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Heading after it is Piscotty. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. The relay, throw back to second, and that's a double play. Mariners forced to settle for 1. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 4 and the A's 1. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
No balls and a strike to count. Pitch is popped up. Under it here is Seager to make the play. 1 gone.
Up next for Oakland, shortstop, Marcus.
So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Marcus Semien. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to. You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Here's Matt Joyce now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Leaves a slider right over the middle. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Drilled right back up the middle. There's Segura. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. A's are gone in order. They trail it 4-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the A's, number 31, Liam Hendriks.
Digging in and looking for more, Mike Margima. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air to center. Powell's under it. 1 down.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
Here comes the first pitch. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. 1 out, nobody on. This is pulled into right. Oh, and this deflects right off him. Throw into second. Throw won't get him.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Into the box now, Gene Segura. He swings and lines it to left. But this will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
The batter, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Behind 0-2 now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Here's the 0-2. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Gordon stands at second with 2 gone. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. two-run shot here for Robinson Cano. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitter's on point. The pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Popped him up. Chapman has room in foul territory. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mariners get a couple in the inning on the 2-run home run. Part of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. The Mariners out in front of this one as we move to the 7th, but before it gets underway, let's give you a look at the game summary to this point. Digging in to try it again, Jed Lowry. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Number 2.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Chris Davis. He went deep last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
And he lays off for ball 1. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. And into left field for a 1-out hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ball might have caught him in between hops. He looked unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know, it's by him.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 0-1 count, and the pitch is put in play to the right side of the infield. Knee high, he barehands it. One there, on to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
He's set, and the pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Olson is off at first with 2 away. Skied into very shallow right. Henniger is there, and that retires the side. 1 left for Oakland. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. New pitch pitcher coming on now, the right-hander Yusmeiro Petit. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Third baseman, Kyle Seager.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Soft liner to the right side, but an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Dan Vogelbach is next. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Lowry's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Digging in once again, Ryan Healy. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Mariners are down in order. They lead it 6-1. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Behind 0-2 now. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
High pop-up. Seager over to his left. 1 down. Look at our line score there from Safeco Field in Seattle. And thus far, local fans have had a lot to cheer about as their Mariners lead this one here in the 8th. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Popped up. Healy on the move. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
From the stretch. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Powell has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is going to get foul. The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball one.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating, and now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in the zone.
Henniger is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. The A's strand one. They trail 6-1. Ready once again, Ichiro Suzuki, and he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ichiro Suzuki.
He's set. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Piscotty's there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the catcher, Marjama.
Ready for another chance? Mike Marjama. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. To third. Chapman has it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's D. Gordon now. He's looking for hit number 5 in this one right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
This one's flared out toward left. Joyce has it in his sights. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mariners 6 and the A's 1. Here's Matt Joyce now. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it, but hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Skied into very shallow right. Cano has a play. Makes the play, 1 away. Want to remind you folks that coming up after the ball game, comprehensive highlights from the contest tonight as we look back on all the action right here on the show. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jed Lowry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Cano has it. On to first, and now the A's are down to their final out. Here's Chris Davis now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The Mariners took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. James Pazos earns his first win of the season, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
On air, and 11 runners left on base. For the Athletics, 1 run on 3 hits. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball, 2 hours and 57 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game trains will be available at the King Street Station, located just north of State Field. Metro Transit buses are also available at stations on First Avenue, Royal Broadway, and Edgar Martinez Drive.